Yeah. As for myself, I have to deal with a couple of things on a personal level. I'm not going to speak about it on here, but I'm glad to be back to normal. Um, on this live, though, I want to speak about Ryan Garcia and how he humbled the Haneys, Devin and Bill, leading up to the fight. We know that Ryan Garcia, on the surface, it looked like he was going crazy because of the things he was exposing and him talking about how they are taking advantage of little children and how he had to witness it and watch it. And then he mentions that when he was 3 years old, something happened to him sexually. I don't know why he would mention that because that don't have nothing to do with Hollywood or the elites. When you was a kid, that means somebody in your family close to you did something to you. So, but I just think he was venting, and he was just sick and tired of being sick and tired. He was tired of the fact that he was taken advantage of when he was a kid, and I think he also was tired of the fact that there are other children in these times right now being taken advantage of by adults, and they cannot defend themselves. So I totally respect him for putting that out there. As for Devin Haney, I knew Devin Haney was going to get humbled eventually, not because he has a glass chin, and not because he's been successful. I don't ever hate on nobody's success, but it's been more so his character and his behavior. When I saw how he would act with certain other fighters leading up to a fight, and how he would, I mean, when he shoved Lomachenko, I was like, bro, why you shove that dude? Like, Lomachenko was not even a threat to you. He was just looking at you at the face-off, and you took it upon yourself to go out of your way to shove him, to maybe try to gain some kind of psychological advantage or whatever. But my thing is, it's just like, it's all about respect with me. And I feel like Devin Haney didn't show enough respect. On top of that, Bill Haney, Devin's dad, this man is a clown. I've watched this man the last couple of years make an ass out of himself, really. Seeing him on lives, going back and forth with people he don't know, people he know he got way more money than, for him to go out of his way and talk down on them, belittle them, and even call them out of their name and use the N word towards them, the same word that other people would use to try to degrade us. You calling them that, whether you say the or the this dude has been very suspect to me, and I feel like Bill Haney has never really set a really great example as a father to his child, and I think that caught up with Devin, because same thing with Ryan Garcia. Like, I think Bill Haney and Ryan Garcia's dad, I don't remember his name, they're both clowns. The one thing Devin and Ryan Garcia have in common is they have fathers who are actually clowns, who actually are worse for them than better for them or helpful. But it's probably worse for Devin because Bill is training his son, and he's going at people back and forth every time it's leading up to a fight. Ryan Garcia's dad, he kind of reminds me of just that dad that, he's always drunk, he's always embarrassing the family, but he will ride or die for his son. Though he will sacrifice, he will die for his son. Like, I mean, I don't doubt that Ryan Garcia. What's up, Brody? He got his son whooped, underestimating his opponent. Facts, Vincent. Salute to you, bro. Grand Rising, man. Yeah. Just seeing how much of a clown Ryan Garcia's dad is. He just seems like that drunk that just can't hold his liquor. I feel bad for Ryan Garcia. I feel bad for Devin in a way, but the reason why I don't feel as bad for Devin as I do Ryan is because unlike Ryan, Devin actually came from privilege. Devin didn't grow up in the streets or the hood, or he didn't grow up rough. You know, his I think his uncle or whatever the relation is, he's related to Zab Judah. He was pretty much adopted by Mayweather for a lot of reasons. You know, mainly because Zab Judah was a competitor and opponent to Mayweather, but then all of a sudden they became good friends and they worked together. And I'm sure Zab Judah at some point introduced Devin Haney to Mayweather. But also, this is the issue that I've seen in sports, and I'm gonna tell you what's really tainting sports right now. When I say this don't mean that I have anything against these things, but I feel like people need to separate certain things. Religion. I don't understand why people keep bringing their religion into their sport. You know, it was like Islam versus Christianity on last Saturday, which it shouldn't have been that. It should just been Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. But unfortunately, Devin Haney, or Bill and Devin Haney, have been pushing this Arabic religion. I mean, we know the original origin of Islam is African, but the traditional Islam we know of today, you know, was colonized by Arabs. So to see Bill and Devin Haney uplifting the name Allah and pushing that and holding Allah responsible for whether they're successful or not is strange to me. Same thing with Ryan Garcia. You know, you pushing Jesus, you know, and you're a Christian, but in the next breath you're talking about drinking, smoking, and you're it's like both of these guys are hypocrites. A lot of blasphemy from both sides. And this goes to show you why you should just keep certain things in its rightful place. Both Devin Haney and Bill, including Ryan Garcia, both sides have contradicted themselves and have helped make Islam and Christianity look horrible in a way. I'm not saying they are horrible, but if you think about it, to be a Muslim and you act the way you act like that, Devin Haney, Bill Haney, y'all supposed to be devout Muslims. Is Allah proud of that? Just my question. Is Allah proud of how y'all been acting? How y'all been conducting yourself? Same thing with Ryan Garcia. You know, you're supposed to be this big Jesus freak, and you're always holding Jesus responsible for everything you do, but your behavior is more satanic than anything. So is Jesus proud of what you're doing, Ryan Garcia? You know, both of these dudes are hypocrites, you know what I'm saying? But if they would have just kept it boxing, it wouldn't be all this confusion and chaos. Same thing even with race and your country. Why is it that in boxing, it ain't usually black boxers, it's usually other people, but you see black boxers are putting their religion or their beliefs in it too. But why is it that everybody got to always include their country or their beliefs in a sport that they dedicate themselves to? Because at the end of the day, when you're in that ring by yourself, your God is not fighting for you. Your God can maybe assure that you're going to walk away and be protected. But when it comes to actually your training and your preparation to fight another individual, like a gladiator sport, it has nothing to do with your beliefs. So this religion stuff is going too far, and this religion stuff is going overboard, you know. So I hear what you're saying, Vince. Garcia said it. Yeah, nobody's perfect, but at the end of the day, it's still contradicting to uplift your deity, the deity that you choose to worship, but then what your deity represents, you're not representing. You're not showing that. And that's the problem I have right there, you know. There's so many hypocrites. There's so many people who are living a lie, and I really believe that people are using their religion to justify and mask who they really are, you know. But this is karma for Devin. This is karma for Bill Haney, especially Bill Haney. It's more karma for Bill Haney than Devin, because if Bill Haney would have been a lot more humble and all those victories that his son was getting and saying, you know what, man, it's such and such fought a good fight, man. I think we prepared my son the best way possible, but hats off to that such and such person, we move on to the next. Bill Haney always had to go overboard, be disrespectful, taunt people, disrespect people in a lot of ways, all because of ego and money. I feel like Bill Haney has more ego than intellect, really. I mean, he's probably educated, but he's more egotistical than educated, and his ego is his downfall. That's all they have. Yeah, maybe it is all they have, but you gotta really, really evolve and learn yourself. You gotta keep learning. You gotta keep evolving, and and it's funny because Bill Haney still seems to be a little prideful. He still seems to have this narcissistic, uncaring attitude because, he has a lot of pride. And I think with that money, all the money they've been able to get and the success they've been able to gain, he feels like nobody can tell him anything. But really, Bill Haney should have stopped that fight. Devin was getting cooked the whole fight. That fight reminded me of Bud Crawford and Errol Spence, really. Slightly different results, even though it probably should have got stopped, just like how Bud stopped Errol. But real talk, that fight should have been stopped. Devin clearly underestimated Ryan Garcia. He thought that Ryan Garcia was not going to be focused. He already came in overweight at the weigh-in, and he thought that Ryan Garcia was too focused on the elites, the powers that be, the Hollywood shufflers, that he didn't think Ryan Garcia was going to be prepared. But you forget, Ryan Garcia has a lot of speed and power. And it doesn't matter what your technique is. His boxing technique may not be the greatest. His defense may not be the most appealing or the greatest. But that don't mean that he can't punch you. That don't mean that he don't have speed and have a little bit of IQ. This young man has been boxing since he was a little one. But people are treating him like he's Jake Paul, like he's an internet boxer. Ryan Garcia is not an internet boxer. So Devin Haney, he really, really underestimated him. Yeah, it was definitely a TKO. They just allowed it to keep going because they really wanted Devin Haney to win, Did you see this? Hey, Vince, did you see the scorecards? How in the hell did they even have Devin Haney winning the fight? I don't give a damn about that little pot shot and stuff. Man, you get rocked in the first round and you keep getting hurt and you're not necessarily recovering the whole fight, it's a wash. It's not even close. You know what I'm saying? It was almost the same way as Bud was. It's crazy, dog. Think about it. Bud Crawford. I think Errol. They maybe gave Errol 1 or 2 rounds. I don't hardly give him any rounds. Maybe one. The first round, maybe. The first round. So on that scorecard with Bud Crawford beating Errol, it was a blowout. Ryan Garcia did Devin Haney the same exact way, if not worse. No, Bud did Errol worse. But it was just as bad, pretty much. But the scorecards were almost even. Not bad. Yeah, but I mean, to see the scorecards and the way it was, I was like, what is going on in boxing? Don't nobody trust boxing anymore because there's always some BS going on, some corruption. And PBC, y'all see, PBC is crumbling, dog. All of this being on cold, this Wakanda crap that these cats is on, see, that's the problem. I think young black boxers or boxing fans felt like they should be on cold with everything that has to do with PBC because it's black owned, because of Al Heyman. Not realizing that some of these dudes are the biggest sellouts. They working for some of the most wickedest white folks. But because they have this skin tone, Y'all niggas think like, oh man, shit, dog. What you mean, homie? This is a black-owned boxing promotion, dog. Y'all niggas just hating, dog. Okay, well, that same black-owned promotion was hating on Bud Crawford, trying to sabotage him, trying to destroy him. And then when Bud destroyed Errol, look what's happening. Errol don't even want to fight Bud no more. They trying to replace Bud and blackball Bud. How are you the champ? How is it that you become undisputed twice? And then when you want to move up, niggas don't even want to give you no more opportunities because you beat their best fighter. Because Bud beat their cash cow. So they don't allow Bud to to at least try to get that Fundora fight after he beat Tim Tszyu. But Errol Spence, weird, goofy looking ass, goes in that ring looking like a chunky drunk. And that looks respectable to y'all? Like something's wrong with you people, dog. It's a weird generation that we are around. It's a weird time we are in to see you clowns out here be on code for effery. It's alright though. I'm glad all of this karma. I'm glad that empire that y'all are supporting is crumbling because God don't like ugly. Like they say, God don't like ugly. And you know, the Haneys have been very ugly. The whole PBC has been very ugly. They've been playing games with everybody. They use Thurman again as a distraction to try to throw us off. All to just try to get stop Bud Crawford from making his next moves to get his next opponent. And what happens? They finesse Bud out of an opportunity to fight the rightful person that he deserves to fight. And now PBC is looking like just a whole bunch of staged actors and actresses. Y'all like a bunch of crisis actors now, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might as well just be WWE because everything is turning into WWE now. It don't even make sense no more. Yeah, Haney lost every round in my opinion. You know. And I mean, if Ryan Garcia now, if you were to ask me, does Ryan Garcia or should Ryan Garcia give Devin Haney a rematch? I would say yeah. But if Ryan Garcia takes the rematch, make the weight this time. You know, make the weight this time. Stop playing around. No more goofy stuff. Lock in and focus so people can't just keep calling you an internet champ or you know, TikTok boxer. Because I'm not going to say Ryan Garcia is a TikTok boxer, but at the same time, how is it that you keep fighting and stuff like that, and you're this popular, but you have no belts? You know, Ryan Garcia would have a belt right now had he had been more disciplined. So I think Ryan Garcia will really be certified, or he won't be really certified until he gets a belt. He clearly beat Devin Haney, but at the same time, how this Haney 30-0 is mind-boggling to me. Most unimpressive fighter I ever saw. Well, hey Vince, I'm gonna give Devin credit where it's due. I feel like he's a very skilled boxer, very tactical. He has a lot of great fundamentals and a lot of experience. But what is the biggest downfall? He has a glass chin. He holds a lot when he gets hit, and he don't have that real. He got dog in him. No, he got dog in him. But when a dog that he's in a fight with bites harder than him, he gets a little humbled, you know, and he panics a little bit. But I'm very disappointed in how Bill Haney handled that fight. I don't know what game plan he came up with. He wasn't really saying anything to help Devin Haney make the adjustments for Ryan Garcia, but I'm glad it turned out the way it did because I was feeling a way about Bill Haney a while back. You know, I feel like he's always been helping sabotage his son. You know, it's like, you know, you worse than Diddy in a way. You know, as far as like always got to be in the videos, always overimposing yourself. Like, who do you want to shine more, your son or you? Because it seems like Bill Haney is trying to shine more than his own son. You know, tried as hard to look as extra sophisticated and educated, got his little glasses on, his little fro, and you're a Muslim. But you're making all Muslims look like clowns right now. I'm not saying all Muslims are clowns, but when you're a representative of a religion and you on a big platform and the whole world sees you, you better make sure you're on point with how you acting, or else people are gonna have a perception of not only you, but your religion, your belief system. And it's bad enough that Muslims get a bad rap in here in America because society and white America has trained people into thinking that if you're a Muslim, you're a terrorist, which is not true. But at the same time, you know, you can't act like a clown when you're of the Muslim faith. Because if you start acting like a clown and you take a L, you're gonna get dragged. You know? I mean, one thing I guess to give Christians credit on is Christians can they can fail as many times as they want. And I think their arrogance and just their strong beliefs makes them still keep going. So I give Christians credit because they will keep going and they will hold their head up high regardless. Muslims, they think they're above everybody. They think that nobody's as smart as them, nobody's as enlightened as them, and no one is more chosen than them. They think that if you don't believe in Allah, you're nobody. And Bill Haney was a perfect example of that type of arrogance and the narcissistic mentality where you just think nobody is on your level. And you're delusional, Bill Haney. You're delusional. All you people out there, you big belief, Bible thumping, Jesus freaks, whatever all you people are, if you're going to represent anything in this world when it comes to some type of force outside of yourself, you better make sure you're representing it the best way possible, because you're going to make what you believe in look bad. So Devin is more of a victim in a way. Well, no, he's not a victim, but he's just more of a product of the environment that he grew up around, which is his father. Where's his mother? I don't even know. I've never seen his mother. Anyway, but Ryan Garcia, I got more concerns from Ryan Garcia because I can see he has a lot of predators around him, a lot of energy vampires, a lot of people that are preying on him. And I think it's some of the closest people to him. The only person I really trust around him, just from my lens, is probably his brother, the one that we saw in the ring with him after the fight. That's probably the only one. Yeah, I guess it was God's plan. If I gotta be God's plan, it's just, why don't you just say the better man won? But you see what I'm saying though, Vince? Like, why do people always gotta involve God or their religion or their beliefs in it? Same thing with like representing your country and your race. Why does it always gotta be about race and about your country? If you're in this country, don't be chatting Mexico, Mexico, Mexico. If you're in this country, don't be chanting Africa. If you're in this country, don't chant anything that is outside of what you are, because those people, that religion, your country, your background don't fight for you. It's you that fight for you. It's only two men that's in that ring, and they got to get it in. And it's not fair to say that, oh, well, God helped me do this. So you saying God favors this person more than that person? No, it don't work that way. Just look at it for what it is. It's two gladiators, two fighters going at it. Whoever's the best prepared and has the best game plan wins. It don't have nothing to do with your damn religion and your beliefs. People got to take these religions and these beliefs out of the sport. It's tainting the sport. And it's taking away from the purity of the sport. And then you guys look like hypocrites. And you contradict yourselves because what you're representing and how you're acting don't add up. The math ain't mathing. So make it make sense for me. Ryan Garcia, he needs to get some help. For him to claim that he was R-worded at 3 years old, that's a concern. There wasn't no Hollywood elites involved in that sexual assault when he was a child. It was somebody close to him. It could have been his dad, an uncle, a cousin, an aunt, somebody. But it had nothing to do with no Hollywood elites. Now, when he got older and he got involved in the industry and he started he signed a big contract in his boxing world, then he saw more other stuff, and maybe it triggered memories, and it brought back up the past of what he experienced when he was a kid. But you know, Ryan Garcia, we eventually we're gonna find out the real deal about what really was been going on with him. You know, because I'm not saying I don't believe that he didn't see that what he saw, and I'm not saying I don't believe that that something happened to him when he was a kid. But my thing is, if you're going to reveal that somebody did something to you when you was a child, you name them names. Like Iron Mike Tyson say, name them names. Don't throw some information out there like that when you're rebelling against the elites and you feel like your life is in danger, stuff like that. And then you want to say, yeah, and when I was 3 years old, I got taken advantage of and something happened to me. Okay, well, who? It was somebody close to you. So who was it? Because probably that same person that did that to you was probably at all the press conferences, was probably at the fight watching you, supporting you. Yeah, Ryan. So, I'm a thinker. And I process what people say. I listen to what people say, and I pay attention. And when something don't make sense to me, I'm going to question it. I'm not going to just take it at face value. Because who knows, who remembers shit at 3 years old anyway? I think the farthest I can remember, like, as far as a light coming on, is maybe 4. My 5th birthday, for sure, I remember that. But 3? So if you were awakened at 3 years old and what happened to you is what awakens you, you got to say something. Don't try to say you was a victim, but then you don't want to go after the person that victimized you. You can't play victim, but then say, but at least try to address the situation. Because all you're doing is telling strangers like us what happened to you, but you're not going after that enemy. So, really, Ryan Garcia needs to detach from everybody that's close to him. Maybe except for his brother. But everybody else, his dad, his mom, De La Hoya, get away from that motherfucker. De La Hoya, no. It's funny how we saw how Ryan Garcia and De La Hoya don't like each other. Ryan Garcia exposed a lot of stuff about De La Hoya and his distaste and his dislike for him and his distrust for him. And then what happens? All of a sudden, when Ryan Garcia is back successful, because maybe Ryan Garcia is still under the umbrella of De La Hoya, all of a sudden, what happens? Ryan Garcia, he's the face of boxing now. He's caused the shots now. Man, shut your whole ass up, you big G-string high heel wearing fruit booty boy. What is you talking about? You don't have Ryan Garcia's best interest at heart at all. But you're an opportunist. De La Hoya is an opportunist. De La Hoya is somebody who jumps on the person that's hot, that's gonna make him some money. In his life, he'll either exploit you or promote you. He'll promote you or exploit you. If he can't promote you no more, he's gonna try to expose you and try to make you look bad to take away all your opportunities. But when you're doing great, he's gonna gravitate to you, put his arm around your shoulder, and say, "He's the face of boxing." Ryan Garcia really needs to run from De La Hoya, because that's still going to be the one that's going to line him up. Talking about elites, Hollywood elites. De La Hoya is a Hollywood elite. What you mean? You can see it. The energy ain't there. You could tell. Like, even right after Ryan Garcia won, De La Hoya was trying to come up to him and congratulate him. It was like, Ryan Garcia was like, nah, watch out. But Ryan Garcia also got to try to be professional and cordial, because he knows that maybe Golden Boy still has some little ownership over him, apparently. But he needs to try to go independent, like Bud. Even though he's gonna deal with some hell, he's gonna deal with some people doing some weird stuff to try to throw him off. But at the same time, at least you'll have your own independence, your own freedom, and your own soul. Because De La Hoya, De La Hoya is very compromised. De La Hoya already sold out. Just like Mayweather already sold out. a lot of these dudes that's already sold out. Devin Haney, sell out. You could tell by the traditions they participated in, how they dress, how they act. Same thing with Tank. That's why I was kind of glad when Ryan Garcia was exposing Tank, or he was clowning Tank about wearing, having a purse and carrying around handbags and stuff, because he's telling the truth. I think I'm gonna support a black athlete. I don't care how good you are, how popular you are. If you're doing some weird, strange stuff, I ain't supporting you. Period. So I'm glad Ryan Garcia did that. I have not seen Ryan Garcia compromise himself or do no fruit booty stuff yet. I mean, it's still early, but I can support that. All he sees is money back and dark. Yeah, just dollar signs. This is the same dude who was preying on Ryan Garcia's downfall. But then when Ryan Garcia defies all odds and actually becomes victorious and beats Devin Haney, who, let's be real, who is arguably one of the top 10 pound-for-pound fighters in the game right now. He knocked him off, gave him an O, took away his O. Yeah, that's why I rock with Garcia too, bro. That's why I rock with Garcia, because at least Ryan Garcia is fighting for his life, fighting for his integrity, fighting to keep his soul intact. And if he did sell his soul at one point in time, he's at least rebelling. I can respect the fact that he's rebelling. A lot of these other boxers, like the Tanks, the Devins, and I can't really speak on Shakur yet like that. I don't really know how deep, even though he's tied to Jay Prince, which is suspect to me. But real talk, these dudes are compromised. They will do. Unfortunately, let's be real, dog. Unfortunately, a lot of our black young men these days, especially the ones that didn't have a lot of guidance or didn't have a good fatherly figure, they will sell out faster than any other race of people. Why? Because they have the least amount of resources to start with coming up, which is true. But at the same time, if you're that desperate for attention, I think young black men are more obsessed with attention than they are money. They want money because they want access to the money, the cars, clothes, and hoes, right? But at the same time, it's this attention thing. They want to be popular. They want to be known. They want every man's girl to want them. Even if they can't get them, they want to at least know they have the option to get your girl or your wife. The mentality of young black men is so trash, dog. Let's just be 100. Let's just be straight up. So, there's a lot of work that needs to be done. And then where does it start? In the home. For Devin Haney to have his father in his life, and for his father to have failed him, that's a shame. I'm not saying failed him financially, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, no. You're talking about it's a lie. This is all Allah's plan. Okay, well, I guess he planned for you to get destroyed. Maybe Allah is disappointed in you, Mr. Devin Haney. Maybe Allah is sending you a message that you need to change it up a little bit. You need to do something different, because obviously you ain't doing something right. Or else, you'll probably still be on top of the mountain. But you got beat by somebody who didn't even have a belt. He has a name, but he didn't even have a belt like that. So, I don't know. There's too many people goofy. Goofy and acting, like somebody they not. Stop trying to put on a show. Y'all a bunch of actors out here. Stop being an actor. Stop being Hollywood and be a man. He said, I'll turn on Allah after that. No lie. But this is my point. Don't involve your God, whatever you believe in, into a sport, an occupation, a profession, because it's not fair to the other person. So that's like saying to your God that, well, God, you value me more than this person, right? So you're going to make me win, right? Because, you like me, you love me more than that person. It don't work like that. That's stupid. People are so dumb, don't even realize how dumb they are. You think your God is going to favor you more than the next man? What makes you more special than that man? Why can't you just be more prepared than that man? Work harder than that man. Want it more. And then let destiny take its course. He got beat up by a wild Christian, dog. I guess Christianity won. I guess Christianity won. Muslims is looking hurt right now. They looking down bad. Hey, Vince, do you know, bro? When I made you saw that video when I was talking about how a lot of black boxers are being converted to Islam. I was talking about Tank, Big Baby Davis. They all was going to Saudi Arabia or whatever the case may be to convert, getting recruited. Really, look what's going on out there now, though. You hear about them storms? Right after the eclipse come, they getting showered. It's a thorough cleansing out there. I don't know if it's in the exact area. I don't know if it's just Dubai or whatever, but dog, God don't like ugly. You can't mess with the universe and think you can keep manipulating people, and even try to think you can manipulate the weather and think it ain't gonna backfire. I tell you, dog, whenever there's an action, there's a reaction, dog. And we are seeing the universe swiftly cleanse and wipe out anything that is unpure. So while these men walk around like they're bigger than the creators of this universe and this planet, they always gonna get reminded. You know, why you gotta ask yourself, why is it that the areas where people were colonized, lynched, and all that stuff, why is it there's always tornadoes and storms hitting those areas? You know, let's talk about the Black Wall Street in Oklahoma. All those Native Americans, melanated Americans who were independent and didn't depend on no white people or no people, and would have their own city, their own towns, movie theaters, hospitals, doctor's office, dentists. We had everything down there. This is when, after the slavery stuff, and black people were at one point in time independent, living independently from everybody else. And the regular white folks, they couldn't deal with it because they realized that they cannot really function without having some kind of connection to us. Living their lives without any relationship and without any access to us will make them go crazy. And that's exactly what happened. There was a lot of regular old white folks that was miserable and frustrated at the fact that blacks were thriving without them, and they couldn't deal with it. So they finally convinced our own American government to bomb their own people on their own soil, or the American people, the natives, the blacks. And they try to clean it up. They try to act like, you know, it was really not much of a big deal. But we always get reminded every year, because those tornadoes hit, and where do those tornadoes hit? Touchdown every time. You don't ever go to the hoods. You ever notice that? Hurricanes, tornadoes, all that stuff, don't ever hit the hood. They don't hit the black neighborhoods. They go right to them white neighborhoods, wipe all their shit out, and then they got to regroup again. So, you know, I don't even like to use the word God, because I don't know what the hell y'all be meaning. Like generator, operator, destroyer, gas, oil, drugs. What the hell does God mean? Does God have a last name? Y'all say his name is Jesus Christ. His son's name is Jesus Christ. So is his name God Christ? Like, man, shut up. Y'all don't even know what y'all be talking about. You'll just say anything. Y'all say words and don't even know the meanings of the words. But y'all been trained and traditionally programmed to just accept anything that people have taught y'all. The same people that enslaved your ancestors. Dummies, bro. No, be nice, Duran. Be nice. Ignorant. But anyway, salute to Ryan Garcia for becoming successful and winning that fight, despite them trying to rob him, you know, and even they probably would have made it a draw, you know, but despite what's going on, man, or despite the outcome, You know, justice, one. I'm all about justice at the end of the day. I'm all about justice. That's why I got the scales attached to my name. Because I don't discriminate. I don't care what color or race you are. I ain't biased. I ain't on code for nobody. I'm going to judge you based on your character and your behavior. If your character and your behavior is not acceptable to me, I'm not supporting you. I don't care if I like you. Because that's the problem with people. They want to attach themselves to people they like. And then when someone they like does something that is probably disgraceful and not good, y'all ignore it. Y'all act like y'all don't see it. But then when y'all see the person that y'all don't like do something, y'all go out your way to expose it. No, you need to expose the people that you support too, or that you like or used to like. Because if you stand on business, if you are for righteousness and good, then you wouldn't stand for no BS. It don't matter who it is. Okay? If you're a Christian, I don't give a damn if it was Jesus Christ himself. If you saw a person who was representing Jesus Christ, or Jesus Christ is sent it down, and was doing something that you wasn't feeling, and you're gonna just accept it because you accept that person as your savior, or what? Let's give them a quick little example, but real talk, you gotta look beyond the surface and judge the character, not what people believe in. Damn your beliefs. Your beliefs don't make you respectable to me. Your character and your behavior is something that's going to make me determine whether or not you are respectable in my eyes or not. Yeah, man. If we made a religion out of character and good behavior, and if that was judged more so than what you believe in, I think this world would be a better place. But people use their religion and their beliefs to excuse and mask and cover up who they really are. I done met some of the most wickedest people. I was born and raised a Christian in a Christian church. Some of the most wickedest people I ever met in my life were in the Christian church. The only time I ever saw someone demon possessed was in a church. We watched a lot of movies about exorcism and stuff like that, but real talk, all the exorcisms that I've seen was in church. What you talking about? Yeah, man. It's your behavior. I don't care nothing about who you are, what your background is, who you believe in. I don't give a damn about none of that. I do give a damn about who you are as a person, though. Are you making this trying to at least help make this world a better place? Are you trying to help make people better? Are you trying to bring out a better version of people? Are you trying to be a better version of yourself? Are you at least telling yourself every day when you walk out the door or you make a video, are you telling yourself that when I represent myself, is this something that is respectable in the eyes of other people? Now, you can't expect everybody to rock with what you talk about and what you do, because people are set in their own way. But as long as you know in your heart of hearts that your purpose is for good, and if you know in your heart of hearts that you don't use people, you don't backstab people, you don't try to you don't steal from people, and you don't take advantage of people, then your soul is protected, and you will have access to many other greater things outside of this body that you're in. That is my belief for not only myself but for others. If you are someone who who has more love in your heart, if you have love in your heart, and you're not someone who is full of hate and envy, you're the MVP. You're the real MVP in this world. I don't care what other people. People want to jump on groups and they think they want to consider you credible and respectable based on what group you're tied to. That group shit is the main problem in this world. Everybody's running to groups, want to be a part of something because they scared to stand alone. Y'all don't want to be Job. Y'all a bunch of Judases. There's more Judases out here than Jobs. Judas is the snake. Judas was the one, if we're going to talk about Bible, was the one that betrayed Jesus, who learned everything about, as much information he could about Jesus. He learned about all his whereabouts. his strengths, his weaknesses. And what did he do? He went behind Jesus' back, told the Romans and the certain people that was looking for him where he was at. You know, he lined them up. Now Job, he was by himself. He went on his own journey in the wilderness. You know, if it took him not having no food, no water, no money, no family, no support, being by in the world by himself, on his own journey trying to find himself, Job was willing to do that. I'm that type of person. You know, I'm not going to run and hide in groups. That's not me. That's a coward. A cowardly person runs and hides in groups and tries to act tough because they got a backing. Can you back your own self up? Can you ride for your own self? Or do you have to wait and hesitate and wait and see, like, okay, dang, are they going to like this? Am I going to get enough support for this? Or, you know, am I going to be by myself, man? I'm going to be just lonely. Ain't nobody going to support this. How about I just join this group? I know I can get these many followers. Yeah, man. I care about what people do more than the money as well. Because money come and go. But money ain't going to save your soul. Money is not going to make you a good person. All money is going to do is help support your habits, really. And give you a little comfort while you're doing it. But I respect Ryan Garcia because he stood on a square. He actually was a king. He actually was on the throne, and he was a king because he didn't fold. And when the industry and the elites or whoever the case may be was trying to destroy him and threaten him, you know, he even put out there that, you know, he was supposed to, they said they were going to kill him on April 14th. Now, we don't know what's going to happen moving forward, but at least we can say, regardless of what happens to Ryan Garcia moving forward, at least we can say he stood on business. Ryan Garcia stood on business, dog. I got to respect that. I respect that. Ryan Garcia stood on business, you know. Devin Haney got groups protecting him. Errol Spence got groups protecting him. Bud Crawford ain't got no groups protecting him. He don't need no groups protecting him because he's his own man. He's his own king. Same thing with Ryan Garcia. He's his own man, his own king. Now, Ryan Garcia sometimes may bite off more than he can chew. You know, I don't even know why he would call out Bud. Like, bro, y'all niggas be reaching, man. Stop reaching. You know. Because like I said, I hold both of them accountable. I think they're both hypocrites when it comes to their beliefs and their religion. But when it comes to standing on business, I can at least respect Ryan Garcia for standing on business. You know, but in order for Devin Haney to become a champ again, he's going to have to go off the grid. No internet, detached from his father. Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Bien, bien. ¿Y usted cómo está?
Bien. And, you know, Devin Haney's going to have to really, really find himself, you know, spiritually. Because if not, it's going to be the same result. And he's going to really get seriously hurt because he can't really take a punch. So, as far as in the gym, he got to work on his defense. He got to work on hitting and not getting hit. You know, if you can't exchange and throw punches at people and not get hit, just like a Mayweather, you got to hang it up because he's going to get seriously hurt. I don't want Devin Haney to get brain damage because obviously Bill Haney is not doing much to help protect his son because that fight should have been stopped. It should have got stopped. If not the 7th round, I think, when he got knocked down, or at least the 11th round, it should have got stopped. You know, just like it got stopped when Errol and Bud fought. Because the ref was like, all right, that's enough. Like, bro, there's nothing else you can do. You can't do nothing with this dude. You can fought this man. At least you've been 11 3-minute rounds, and he's destroying you. I don't have faith that you're going to land a desperation knockout punch in the last round. You're getting stopped, bro. So that fight should have been stopped. And, well, yeah. But you know what I mean, though. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? No, like he got to detach from his father because his father is too toxic for him. And his father, a lot of times, he think about himself first before he think about his son. You know, I think Bill Haney is like the way he looks at it is as if, this is my son. I'm representing my son right here. You can't tell me nothing. I'm the one that laid the blueprint for my son. Salute, 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 Joe. But Bill Haney, this was more humbling for Bill Haney than it was for Devin Haney because he raised his son to be too cocky and too arrogant. Yeah. And when you feed your son's ego like that, when you feed your son your own ego, somebody's going to suffer the karma. And I think as boxing fans, we were really disappointed that he didn't really at least try to help Devin Haney make adjustments or tell him something to really make those adjustments or at least stop the fight. Forget that going out on your shield stuff because we, especially over the last 4 to 5 years, we've seen an increase in people dying in the ring, suffering brain damage, or if not dying in the ring, they die in the hospital later on that night or the next day. So, if you really care about your son and the well-being of him, you would save his life before he risks his life just because he think he's standing on business, just because he think he's going out on his shield. But you going out on your shield looking like an idiot because you acting like a clown. You're saying Allah, Allah, and then you get cooked, and then you want to say it's Allah's plan. What? That was the plan for your Allah the whole time? Maybe he didn't have nothing to do with that. Maybe it was just supposed to be between y'all two, fighting it out, duking it out, and may the best man win. But you goofies gotta always bring y'all religion or y'all's race or y'all's country into this crap and make it into something else that it shouldn't even be. Y'all gotta stop this nonsense, man. Stop it. Exactly. He fought the same each round. Made no adjustments at all. Hardly jabbed. Hardly went to the body. Tried to stand in there and bang with him. Yeah. Yeah. They wrote their own. They wrote a check they couldn't cash, dog. Bit off too much money to choose. I mean, how? If that ain't some swift karma for you, talking about if he dies, he dies. For your own dad to say, oh, well, we're just a hurt business and we plan to kill them, What? Y'all ain't learned from Deontay Wilder? When he made that mistake of saying that stuff, regardless of what can possibly happen in the ring, you should never say out of your mouth, oh man, you know what I'm saying? This is a sport where I can kill a man, legally. What? No, you might get yourself killed saying some stupid shit like that. Because now you activating rage in the next person because that person is saying to themselves, oh, you don't even care about me. You don't even respect me as a man. You trying to kill me now. Huh? Okay. So this is a game. Okay. And Devin Haney should have known. Salute, bro. Yeah. Well, one thing I can say for Devin Haney, I feel like Devin Haney, I'm a little surprised that he still was in his, he didn't seem like he was out of it. Like, I give him, he got grit. He got heart. Because to keep getting up like that, having a glass chin the way he has, you got to give Devin Haney some credit on that. I don't give Bill Haney no credit. I feel like he did a horrible job as a father and a trainer. But I can at least give Devin Haney credit at the fact that he kept getting up and at least kept trying. So he went out on the shield, just like Deontay Wilder went out on the shield. I'll give him that. But Bill Haney, man. So Bill Haney gonna have to really, really get humble. Yeah, I agree, Joe. I agree. Yeah, I'm glad he's strong at heart, man. He got heart. and his mind is still sharp because it didn't seem like he was fumbling at the mouth. It didn't seem like he was slurring or anything like that. It didn't seem like, even though he got hit quite a bit, it don't seem like he's suffering any sustained brain damage, some serious brain damage. But we don't know. Sometimes it may not always show early. But at least I have to say that I'm glad that he is okay. I'm glad Devin is okay. I'm glad that Devin is still confident that he can bounce back in a rematch. I do feel like Ryan Garcia should give him the rematch, but I just feel like Ryan Garcia better be disciplined and he better make the weight this time, so that if he is successful again, he can at least get a belt this time. But don't get it twisted. Devin Haney could probably make adjustments if they was to rematch, and he probably could beat Ryan Garcia, not by knockout, but he probably can just easily outbox him. 'Cause somebody said something like this fight reminded them of Duran and Sugar Ray Leonard, the first fight. And when they made that point, I said, oh, yeah, might be right. Because Sugar Ray Leonard underestimated Roberto Duran, and Roberto Duran he pulled some psychological warfare on him. He flirted with I was gonna say Usher, not the movie, but he flirted with Sugar Ray Leonard's woman and got under his skin, and next thing you know, Sugar Ray Leonard came in there trying to fight Roberto Duran rather than box him. So that's why the second time he made the adjustments and he washed Roberto Duran. Now, Devin Haney may possibly be able to do that. He has he has the capabilities of making those adjustments and washing Ryan Garcia the next rematch. But then again, with that speed and that power, Ryan Garcia proved that all it takes for him is just touch Devin Haney's chin and it changes the whole fight. So, but I would love to see it again. I would just hope that Devin Haney or that Ryan Garcia makes the weight this time, and that it will be no excuses on either side. But Ryan Garcia needs to detach and stay away from De La Hoya. I think he needs to, I'm not going to say he should detach from his father, but Ryan Garcia should spend more time alone. Maybe just him and his brother, because his brother seems to be have his back and his support, and his brother seems like he'll make sure that his Ryan is in good hands, or at least he'll be there if his brother got any problems. So if anything happened to Ryan, something's gonna happen to his brother too, because I just think that they're that close right now, and I think Ryan Garcia's brother is dedicated to making sure that no matter what happens, if anything happens to Ryan, it's going to happen to him, because he knows what Ryan Garcia is up against. I mean, yeah, absolutely, bro. For sure, Q. I mean, I think we all were surprised. It's the same situation with Errol and Bud. Regardless of who you thought was going to win. Like I predicted and I thought Bud was going to win all along. I didn't think it's going to be like that, though. I didn't think Bud was going to destroy that boy. But you got to also think about it. Remember the behavior and everything that was leading up to that Bud and Errol fight. Errol Spence and the whole PBC was disrespecting Bud Crawford, trying to blackball him, trying to belittle him, downplay all his opponents, everybody that he fought, and everything. You don't think that was ammunition for Bud Crawford? You don't think Bud was waiting for that moment? He was like, okay. That's why he said in the last conference, he said, y'all know me. I get active. So he was reminding you, like, y'all niggas don't even know what y'all getting yourself into. So keep talking that mess. Keep letting your little cheerleaders on the side talk shit to me, because it's going to be worse for you. And instead of Errol Spence being more humble and trying to calm his own people down, he did the opposite. You ain't find nobody. Even Sean Porter Dad said he wasn't training that well. I mean, I'm the big fish. This nigga dog making all kind of excuses before the fight. Like, why don't you just show respect to Terrence and say, Terrence Bud Crawford's a great fighter. I just think I'm the better fighter. I'm the big fish, and we're gonna see who's victorious at the end. But Errol was so much trying to use propaganda and psychological warfare to try to get under Bud's skin, not realizing that Bud has thick skin. You can't scare Bud. You gotta show him. You can't tell him nothing. You gotta show him. And if you don't show him, he gonna show you. Same thing with Devin Haney. All that talking, that slick, greasy talking, acting all fly and acting like he's just above the world and invincible. Ryan Garcia was like, all right, watch, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna destroy this boy. Like, he has no power. You know, he's weak. He doesn't know what I'm going through. He don't know the rage that I'm holding inside of me. So wait till I get in the ring. I'm gonna show you in the first round. I'm gonna put pause on that boy. And in the first round, this nigga Devin Haney. Yeah, them Spence fans still ain't recovered from that shit, dog. They still coming up with all these conspiracies. These niggas look hurt, bro. Just a broken down, disgraceful group of fans. Errol Spence fans have to be the worst fans I've ever seen, bro. Like, these niggas are so strange, bro. They like, what are y'all, some NPCs or something? Y'all some robots? Y'all some robotoids? Zombies that were programmed just for one specific thing, which is to uplift Errol Spence and the PBC. Spence fans think Boots have a shot against Bud. You don't knock it off. Nah. Hey, if that fight do happen, y'all gonna see. I don't take none away from Boots. Boots is an excellent fighter. But he ain't fought nobody like Bud Crawford. He may have some early moments. Everybody got early moments against Bud. But every time Bud make those adjustments, it's a wrap. Everybody know. I don't give a damn what the people say. Boots don't want to fight Bud. Boots don't really want to fight Bud, dog. Especially after seeing that fight against Errol. Regardless of whether people say Errol was that was the best Errol or not, it wouldn't matter. It would not matter. Yeah, man. So, you know, really, at the end of the day, Ryan and Devin are clowns in a way, but I can understand with Ryan because Ryan is trying to fight against those demons that he's had around him, you know, and I think his conscience is really making him rebel because he's scared of the thought that he could die and that if he was to be judged for his life choices down here, they won't be honored because of what he's participated in and what he's allowed. So I respect Ryan Garcia for trying to right his wrongs or try to correct the mistakes he made, whether it was signing a bad contract, participating in some kind of ritual that he was not supposed to participate in. You know, I respect him for doing that. Ain't too many people willing to do that. Devin Haney, though, you know, this he's one of the few boxers in the boxing game right now that came from privilege. If you want to call it black privilege, yeah. Actually, he grew up with a silver spoon in his mouth. He never really came from no struggle like that. Me, I'm from Cali. I never lived in Victorville, but I lived in Moreno Valley. Victorville is not like the hood, the ghetto. It's more like the desert, really, the valley. But it's, you know, but it ain't like this. I'm sure he probably had some struggles, though. You know, I'm sure he had to fight a lot. So that's why I see why Ryan Garcia's been fighting a whole lot. I mean, you're from Southern California, and you considered black or brown. You've been in a lot of fights, unless you just was weak and somebody was covering you and coddling you and to make you avoid it. But niggas gonna put pressure on you back home. I've been in plenty of fights. So, salute to Ryan Garcia for being victorious. Pray for Devin Haney and his life, and hopefully he can detach from his father, take a break. If I was Devin Haney, I wouldn't fight the rest of the year. I would take the whole year off. Maybe come back next year this time, March, April, or something like that, and maybe try to fight Shakur. That'll be a good matchup. Shakur Stevenson versus Devin Haney. Or if it's not Shakur, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think right now. I don't think Devin Haney should fight anybody who has power, speed and power right now. He definitely don't need to fight Tank. Maybe Shakur, because Shakur is not really known for having power. I think that would be a really good chess match of a fight. I think that's the best chance. That's the next best money fight for Devin Haney to bounce back after that upset loss to Ryan Garcia. If you're not going to rematch, I mean, he should rematch Ryan Garcia next. But if he don't rematch Ryan Garcia, he needs to go ahead and fight Shakur. But salute to y'all, man. Thank y'all everybody for tapping in, man. You know, thank y'all for commenting. If you have not subscribed to the channel, man. You know, I haven't been as active on YouTube as much, but I will be posting more videos, and I'll be starting a new channel very soon. You know, my channel will get a whole lot of buzz because I don't stay on one topic. You know, this channel just I touch a little bit of everything. Thanks, Joe. I appreciate you, bro. I'm always keep the truth coming, bro. It's the only thing I can do, fam. But just stay tuned in, man. I'm gonna be making a lot more boxing content and giving my thoughts on upcoming fights, you know. But Ryan Garcia, he shocked the world, and you know, despite the many things that he claimed he was not doing leading up to the fight, which as far as training wise, you know, he showed that it was easy work for him against Haney. So I would never hate on a man being victorious, you know. But I will hold a man responsible for his behavior and how he conducts himself. Both of them, Devin and Ryan, need to do a better job of working on their character, because there's kids that look up to them. And that's what they need to always think about when they're out here in these streets or they're on front of a camera. What do you want these kids to learn from you? Do you want if you want these kids to aspire to be like you, you might want to make sure that you're not doing anything that might influence these kids to do something that might be detrimental to their life. But I think the main key thing in boxing these days is this religion stuff got to get out of it. Stop. Don't nobody care about your beliefs when it comes to you being in the ring, because your beliefs are not going to help you win or lose. Your God, your deity, Allah or Jesus or God, is not going to help you win or lose the fight. It's a sport. Protect the purity of the sport. Don't taint the sport by bringing in your country religion. What are some of the biggest wars in this world from? Religion. Religion, race, and land mass. It's either you're fighting for your beliefs, your race, or your country. Those three things need to be out of the boxing world. It's one thing to bring your people from wherever your country is and they supporting you and stuff like that, but when you start trying to make it about your race against this race, your country against this country, my God against your God, you're a joke. You're an idiot. I don't care who you are. You're a damn idiot if you think that bringing your religion, your race, or your beliefs, whatever, into a sport, an organized sport, if you think that helps you, you're delusional. It's hurting you more than helping you, because you're putting unnecessary pressure on yourself now. Now you're putting pressure and unnecessary expectations on a force that you don't even see. I'm not saying that this force don't exist, but you can be try to make your sky daddy responsible for whether you're successful or not. You know, y'all forget about free will. They also said that God gave us free will, right? So which one is it? Stop being delusional, man. Stop using your beliefs, your race, and stuff to try to, I don't know, gain some kind of confidence or an edge over somebody else. we're going to use the term God or Allah or Jesus, none of them will help you to win a battle. Now, if your life is in danger, it's a situation where you got to try to save your life or whatever. Yeah, that's a totally different story. We're talking about an organized sport where you have to put in the work and prepare the best way possible to be victorious. And you cannot make your God seem like he's biased for you, but will allow this other person to lose because your God favors you more than that person. It don't work like that. So wake y'all dumbasses up and stop using propaganda, religion, and race to make some kind of statement or to try to gain some success in an organized sport. Exactly. You still got to do the right thing. You can't just talk and say, "Oh man, I believe in God. Allah is all," or Jesus, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. But then you partying with Satanists later on that night. You smoking weed and drinking later on that night, but you all about Jesus. Make it make sense, man. Like, y'all got to see this play for what it is. I feel like the society is using religion to taint. I mean, I feel like religion is being tainted. The purity of why religion was created in the old times had nothing to do with how it is now. It had nothing to do with war or saying my God is better than your God and all this stuff like that. But people are so confused and people are so in competition with each other. People are so against living in harmony with each other that when there's some competition between us or there's a combat sport, we got to make it more marketable by making it about the blacks against the Mexicans, the whites against the blacks, Russia against America, Africa against Mexico. Shut the fuck up. You gotta be the dumbest people, man. Money don't make you intelligent, okay? Money does not buy intellect. Money does not buy wisdom. Experience does. And some people, they come across a lot of money before gaining the right proper knowledge and wisdom that they need. So when they get the money, they act like clowns. It's a circus. And this is what we've been seeing. Devin, Haney, and Ryan Garcia are circus clowns being handled. And Ryan Garcia, I'm believing more and more that De La Hoya is Ryan Garcia's handler. And I feel like Ryan Garcia don't want to be handled by Oscar De La Hoya, but the way De La Hoya acts, all this weird stuff he doing and always putting his hand around him, like, just shut the hell up. What are you doing, bro? As soon as Ryan Garcia starts saying again about the kids, talking about, you guys all thought I was crazy. I was talking about these kids. These kids are being hurt. These kids are being hurt. And you could tell Ryan didn't want to say it too much during that interview because, since he's on the victory side of that fight, he know that it's gonna be people really after him. And now that they try to push him as the face of boxing, you ever notice how many faces of boxing have we had within a year's time? First, when Bud beat Errol, Bud was the face of boxing. And Canelo, after Canelo's fight, he's the face of boxing. And then when Tank won against Ryan Garcia, he's the face of boxing. Now all of a sudden Ryan Garcia, like, this is such a play, dog. Like, this is ridiculous. Like Teofimo Lopez. Okay, what's him wearing white have to do with anything? What you trying to say? White is mightier? Come on, bro. Anyway, I'm just talking about in general, it shouldn't be about your race. It shouldn't be about your beliefs or color. It's about your preparation and who's the better man and who's destined, But it's clear that Devin Haney underestimated Ryan Garcia, and I think he didn't take the skill set of Ryan Garcia seriously because he don't have the best boxing technique or whatever the case may be. But that don't mean nothing. What do they say? Styles make fights. And that style, Ryan Garcia's style, was a kryptonite for Devin Haney. So, yeah, I don't care about what the man's wearing and stuff like that. You know, I mean, you say he's wearing all white, reborn. If you think white is a reborn color, think again, sir. You know, we know the whitewashing that's been going on in this country to make you think that white is everything representation of good, pure, holy, whatever the case may be. They even have these fake Caucasian angels and they have white on, right? But think about it. All colors have some power to it. The universe, when you look up in the sky at night, it's all black. When you see a businessman, some of the most successful business people wear black suits. So the point you're trying to make is I can destroy it real quick because, you know, it don't have nothing to do with what he's wearing, color, none of that shit. It's just about who you are as a person, your preparation, and your will. Ryan Garcia had more will, more toughness, and he had more hunger in that fight. And he was not nervous. You know, I'm not saying Devin Haney was nervous, but you could see in the beginning of the round, like, Ryan Garcia chin checked him immediately. He was like, oh yeah, he ain't ready for me. And that's all Ryan Garcia needed to see in order to lick his chops and be like, oh yeah, there's about to be a bloodbath tonight. Okay. Ryan Garcia was not successful because he was wearing white. He was successful because he really didn't have nothing else to lose. His back was against the wall. He didn't make the weight. He wasn't going to get no belt anyway. So he's like, look, whatever this dude Devin Haney tried to do, I'm going to have an answer for it. Devin Haney can't hurt me. He has pillow punches. So, I mean, Ryan Garcia didn't have not one scar on his face. He barely got touched. You know what I'm saying? And it's because he used his length, his IQ, and his advantages over Devin. His game plan was better. Haney's reach advantage was canceled out by Garcia's straight up and down boxing style. Right. He was the same height as him. He was actually a little bit bigger than him. Still right in front of him. Every time Devin Haney tried to jab, he would counter his jab with that left hook. And every time Devin Haney would jab, he was open. His face was open. So Ryan Garcia saw it. And more than likely, Ryan Garcia was doing his homework. He was probably watching some of his past fights. He did some studying, which is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be a student of the game. So he probably watched it. Peep game was like, oh yeah, I'm about to expose this dude. Yeah, that's true. He does fight standing straight up. Yeah. But this man, but you know, I would never hate on the victor. You know, Ryan Garcia was the better man. He won that fight. He deserved to win that fight. I was actually rooting for Ryan Garcia to win. I'm not a gambling man. I probably should have bet on it. But at the end of the day, I think the right person won that fight. You know, Devin and especially Bill Haney needed to be humbled in a major way because, you know, they started feeling like they were bigger than everybody. They was acting like they don't stink. Like everybody should stink. So stop acting like you are invincible and acting like nobody is on your level. You know, because once you get knocked down off your throne, now you got to regroup. Now you're looking like a joke. Now everybody's laughing at you, pointing at you, saying, "Ah, I told you." But it's Bill Haney's fault. Doing too much talking. You know, stay behind the scenes. Stop trying to be Mr. Diddy, Brother Love. Like you know, all in the videos. Always got to be seen and outspoken. Shut your dumb ass up, Bill Haney. You're a clown, bro. This is why what happened to your son happened. Because you don't know how to shut up and be humble. You don't know how to be a trainer. You don't know how to be a father. Like, can you be a father in that moment? You know, you got to be this promoter slash trainer slash, I don't know, man. This nigga's goofy, you know. But you better be careful. Because if he don't humble himself, and if he don't learn to be quiet and be more respectful to other men, somebody gonna humble him. You see Bernard Hopkins, one of them in the bathroom. He said, "Come to the bathroom." What did Bill Haney do? Try to create a scene right there. Try to act like he wanted to fight right there. But if Hopkins is telling you come to the bathroom, he want privacy. So nobody won't break it up. So we can see who's gonna be the man that's gonna walk out of this bathroom, who's gonna still be in the bathroom, knocked out on the bathroom floor, leaking. I bet you it would not have been Bernard Hopkins. Bernard Hopkins would have made sure he beat his ass penitentiary style. And Bill Haney would have, them glasses would have been broken up. This nigga would have been trying to regroup. He needs some milk. Hey, man. Salute, though. The right man won. I don't like boxing is becoming worse and worse for me, you know. The referee, bruh, how are you supposed to be known as one of the best referees in the game right now? And you put on that kind of performance as a referee. That referee I felt like he was trying to save Devin Haney in so many ways. And you take a point away from Ryan Garcia from punching, not a warning. You just want to take a point away right after he knocked down Devin Haney. Good job, sir. And then Devin Haney still lost. So it looks worse on your resume now. However the referee's resume was, it's got an iron to it. If this is Red Dead Redemption, and he'll have that red, you lose some honor on that right there, bro. Because, it's people can come up with conspiracies now and say they was really trying to cheat Ryan Garcia because of that right there. And then not even the referee, the judge. Who was that judge that had it a draw? This is why nobody care about boxing no more. This is why nobody trusts the sport of boxing, because it's always some agenda. It's always some master plan to elevate one boxer while destroying another boxer, or at the expense of destroying another boxer. Even if that other boxer is a lot better. Like, how many times you got to knock a man down before you can get an outright unanimous decision? It shouldn't even been a majority decision. Like, come on, dog. It should have been stopped. Sorry, God don't like ugly, man. What goes around comes around. And it don't matter what you try to do. You can't keep cheating your way in life. You can't take the easy way out. LeBron James. And think you're going to be successful and thrive. I know y'all some big LeBron James fans, but same thing. Why you think LeBron, Lakers yesterday, and I'm a Lakers fan, I'm from LA, the streets of LA. But at the same time, I can't support the Lakers until LeBron James leaves, because he's just a cancer to me. But this clown, how y'all got a big old lead, you let these niggas come back, and then you got a chance to seal the deal, and you can't even hit a big shot. I don't give a damn how old you are. Niggas always make excuses for niggas who sell their soul, who are compromised. Niggas that be wearing skirts and dresses and purses and stuff and doing all these satanic rituals, got a whole Zionist thing on his chest, doing all these demonic rituals and stuff before the game. But then niggas want to say he's the GOAT. The GOAT of what? Flopping turnovers? Running to other teams? What are you talking about? Shut y'all dumb ass up, man. Niggas don't know shit at all. They changed the whole NBA for this nigga, dog. In-season tournament. Nigga, please. I can't even watch my Lakers until this nigga out of here, because this shit is disgraceful. Keep goating this nigga, man. Niggas don't even... I guess people didn't really watch this nigga's career the whole time. They didn't really watch the moves this nigga made. If they were really closely really watching, if you were just barely born in the 2000s, don't say shit. This nigga is exposed for steroids. Nigga was exposed for doing satanic rituals. Nigga exposed for being on board to help line up this nigga Kobe, allegedly. Nah, he didn't have nothing to do with it, but I think he knew what was going to happen, though. Because Kobe had some real serious people after him, dog. That Big Pharma lawsuit that Kobe had before he passed away was enough for me to be convinced that, yeah, they want him out of here. You can't turn down $6 billion from Big Pharma and think they're going to let you slide. Because if they offer you $6 billion to settle out of court and you turn it down, they know you got something on them. They know that you are not willing to fold or compromise yourself on your integrity. So they had to use their GOAT to erase the memory of Kobe Bryant. They don't even mention him in the GOAT discussion, even though Kobe got 5 rings with one team. Didn't run, he didn't have no team with a whole bunch of top 75 NBA players. He didn't team up with a whole bunch of all-stars and superstars. Stop playing, dog. Niggas ain't real, dog. The people determine who the real heroes and the GOATs are. Not the industry, not the media. Niggas are all compromised, nigga. Anyway. Salute to the real athletes. Salute to the real people out here who's standing on business and who are not compromised. Because when you are compromised, it will come back full circle and it will be exposed in your face. And you're going to have to see what the truth is for what it is. And the truth is, justice will be victorious. Justice will be the deciding factor of everything. Not your beliefs, not who you're connected with, not what groups you're tied to, not what religion or God you believe in. So, salute to everybody that's keeping it 100. This is the year of truth. This is the year of the Mamba. Keep that Mamba mentality and don't sell your soul or compromise yourself for a damn dollar or for some damn attention. And you men, don't be compromising yourself for these women. If these women don't respect you for you and they expect you to show them some dollar signs in order for you to be involved with them, you don't waste your time because you don't respect yourself if you over here connected with these groupie ass, dust bucket ass hoes. And these chicks ain't offering you nothing though. Anybody can open their legs. You can get sex from anybody, dog. If you ain't got your shit together where you can't pull a woman without having to trick some money off to her, you gotta look within yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, why would I stoop this low just to get attention from a woman that I know don't care about me and that I know I don't care about? I just care about getting between her legs because once I bust a nut, I'm be like, man, this bitch ain't shit, man. I'm done, dog. But you wasted all that time and energy investing your time and energy and money into a chick that you know don't care about you and that you know you don't care about. And he got spanked and said it's God's will. Yep, I guess so. God willing. All right, man. Y'all have a great day. Keep standing on business. And make sure you don't end up like some of these clowns. Because you're going to have a hard time looking at yourself in the mirror. But keep your soul intact, man. I'm out.